Three Thumbs Down Podcast. Your hosts, Nove, Kenshay, Big Man, and Jamal, covering sports, black culture, and all things happening today. Follow us on social media at 3_thumbs.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Yes, sir. Good evening. Welcome to the Three Thumbs Down Podcast. Thank you, guys and girls, for all the love and the support. Thank you for the shares. We really do appreciate it. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 3_thumbs.
Mm-hmm.
We got a
Yes,
great,
sir.
we got a great show for y'all today. And when I say
Here it
great,
comes.
I ain't talking Tony the Tiger.
Boo!
Oh, man.
Two-pack
Dog.
ass.
Hey,
Go
them,
ahead.
our jokes is gonna blow us up, bro. Trust. We got a good one for y'all today, guys.
Boo this
We
man.
are going to break down those playoff games. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers versus
KC.
Tampa Bay. Also, we're gonna get into what the Packers should have done on that 4th and goal play. Also, the Texans, they got a head coach. There ain't no more teams without a head coach no more. And he black. But first, we're going to get into Chad Wheeler, a.k.a. the Coward. And that's going to be my last time saying his name. But let's go ahead and get into that. And I'll start it off. When we first started this podcast, the Three Thumbs Down podcast, well, me and my brothers, we said from day one that we was all going to always be honest, and we was going to call you on your bull, no matter who you are. So this bum, he ain't exempt. I want to shout out to Undisputed. We can always count on Shannon to speak on things like this. I didn't really listen to ESPN today, so I don't know if they spoke. I'm not an ESPN guy. I don't really listen, so I can't speak on if they called everything. If they called this guy out today,
They brushed on it lightly.
okay.
Yeah.
So, but but back to this coward, man, because that's exactly what you are once you raise your hand to a woman. And what I didn't like is I read the police report, and the first thing that they played was the mental health card. And don't get me wrong, mental health is real. It is a serious, serious thing. But when Ray Rice happened, when Kareem Hunt happened, when Greg Hardy happened, they were just considered bad people. It wasn't, this and that or mental health or trying to shed a different light or trying to put the domestic violence at the, on the back burner. And when I read the report, it was saying that he is bipolar, but they also said that he hasn't taken his meds in 2 months. So at that stint, doesn't that make you a menace to society? Doesn't that make you a bad person? Because you're supposed to be taking these things to make you sane or put you in your right frame of mind or, whatever the man's supposed to be doing. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but you're supposed to be taking these meds and you haven't taken them for 2 months. So what does that make you? And he was mad at his girlfriend for not bowing down to him. You would never ask a man to bow down to you. So that's what makes you weak, in my opinion. To me, and to be completely honest, this is completely bigger than domestic violence. It's attempted murder. When she called for help, when she called 911, the first thing she said was, "Help me, I'm being killed." And when she woke up, the coward said, "You still alive?" Like
Yeah,
what?
that's the wildest part
Like
to me.
what the fuck? And I saw after he did it, after he, strangled her and beat her and choked her out, he cooked a meal and was drinking a smoothie. And when she woke up, he was like, "You still alive?" So that was just sick and sad to me, man. And we'll go into Big Man. We'll get your opinion and your take on this situation, man. But it's completely disgusting.
Man, yeah, I'm definitely disgusted, man. I'm man, my prayers and go to the victim. I pray that she has a speedy recovery. It's disgusting, man. It's sad. Like you say, man, you pretty much touched on it pretty well. Um, she almost was killed. She was bruised, strangled. Just so my prayers are for the victim, man. I want to see how society handles it and views it. We all know how we feel and how I feel about these kind of situations. I want to see how the society reacts to it because that's what's my main focus. How society looks at things. If they look at things as just right or wrong, or do they, you know, partake and see the color and see the try to view it a different way, which they're trying to, say it was mental, it was caused by like mental
Mm-hmm.
issues. So I just want to see how society handles it, man, because it's sickening, man. Like this stuff has to stop, man, in this world, man. So I'm gonna pass it on to Jamal, and I just want to see how society handles this situation.
This dude here had a history of nonsense in college too. That's why he didn't get drafted. I think that in college he was holed up in a room with one of his female friends and a 7-month-old, and they had to shoot beanbags to get him out of there because how he was acting then.
Mm.
So this dude got a history of foolishness. He just my time away from the NFL to get my mind right. No, dude. You first of all, you wasn't good enough anyways. You was backup. Second of all,
to be talking about taking a break.
yeah, you need
Fuck
to
outta here.
be done, bro. You need to go stay out of prison after what this for you. This is an attempted murder. You
Boy, sound like a
right.
robot.
This is definitely an attempted murder, bro. You fat somebody. He thought she was dead.
Yeah.
He came in and said, "You still alive?" So you thought she was dead. You tried to kill her. That's what it was. You tried to kill her. It's just embarrassing. And everybody, I mean, that's not their problem or their fault.
Right.
NFL don't need to do nothing. Any kind of help
Because he's not employed by the
yeah,
NFL.
exactly. And even if he was, you need to be done with him, dude. Let him figure out his own mess.
Right.
He got this. He can get himself out of. His ass need to go. It's ridiculous.
No,
go ahead, no.
You got a take on that?
Like you said, you're not an ESPN guy. I am an ESPN guy, and I didn't see anything on it. Like I don't know who the dude was. Literally, just found this out like right before we came on. Terrible situation, and that's all I'm saying. That
Yes, sir. But again, like Big Man and Nove and Jamal touched on, we just gonna send peace and prayers to the victim, and I just pray that she gets the help so she can heal from this trauma. And we with you, Queen, here at the Three Thumbs Down podcast. And from that, we are going to segue into Buffalo Bills and Kansas City Chiefs. What a game! What a good.
ain't no what a game. That's an asshole.
Hell no, Buffalo.
What a good game we had.
Ain't no what a game.
And you know,
Thumbs down for Josh Allen.
When we talking Kansas City, I gotta start it off with the Chief Truther. Go ahead and break that game down for us, Jamal.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I told y'all Pat Mahomes was that dude. People talked about his foot. Foot looked fine. Concussion, my boy was not concussed. He got choked out a little bit, but he still balled. They did whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. After the Chiefs like to make a game interesting. They come out, they give up the field goal. Then McCole, he fumbled a punt. They go down 9-0, and that's after Tariq dropped the pass. And then after that, it was just Steamboat Willie. They hit Tyreek. McCole made up for his stuff. Travis Kelce was a man amongst boys. Pat Mahomes slinging that thing around. The Chiefs defense embarrassed Josh Allen. They dropped 2 picks in the first half because Josh, he loved to give it to him. The Bills couldn't run the ball. The Bills, when they drove down the field, they couldn't even score touchdowns. It was just a dismantling. The Chiefs proved that when they focus, they can do whatever they want to whoever they want. And Josh Allen, he needs to go back to the drawing board, man. He ain't got it for me.
He couldn't wait.
No. Because think about it. Josh Allen is a really good quarterback if you can't get pressure on him. The second you get pressure on this man took 2 15-yard sacks at least.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that?
Pat Mahomes.
Who does that? Throw the ball. No.
Pat Mahomes didn't do that against Miami Dolphins.
I know you're going to say that. What I say? 2 at least. Pat Mahomes took 1 30-yard sack.
Okay.
And then never did it again.
Okay.
This man, Josh Allen, don't know when to give up on a play. And Pat Mahomes ain't never tried to stiff arm a D end, waving the ball around in the air.
He got that big Ben in him, bro. He just think like
Except Big Ben was better at it. This man just drops back and keeps going back and running around. The referee saved him once, blew the whistle. And what did Josh Allen do? He got took down. He threw the ball at somebody's face. Got 30 yards worth of penalties or 50 yards worth of penalties, and then they all offset somehow. How the hell that happened? The Chiefs get 1 penalty, y'all get 3, and they offset? Cooking the books. They cooking the books. But whatever.
You done?
Josh Allen's booty, no good. Chiefs in the Super Bowl, back to back. Let's go, baby.
Go ahead, No. What you got to say on this game, brother? Break it down.
It was a good ass game to me. Quit lying. Once the Chiefs scored 21 straight unanswered, I was like, this is over with. They once Chiefs got going, they spotted them 10. They spotted them 10 after the Mecole fumble, but they fed Mecole and he changed the game kind of by himself. He got the touchdown, then he had the little end around. What you got caught on? I still thought he would have scored on it. But again, Tariq had 9 catches for 172. That's amazing. I know Carlton Davis not ready for that again. But
hey, Carlton a dog. We're gonna get to that next week.
All right. We're gonna get to that next week.
But Carlton is like that.
Okay.
Big man.
Yeah, I got some bad news for
you. Big man. Break this game down for the people.
Yes, sir. Easy money. It was easy money, man, for Pat Mahomes, man. Like, we already know what's going on, man. It's just too much. It's just too much offense, man. And then their defense is slipped on. We gotta stop acting like this Chiefs defense not like that. Man. They got some names.
Gotta stop sleeping on Chiefs defense.
They got.
Because I give everybody respect on Kansas City.
They got some names out there,
and y'all want to give that mother clucker all the credit. But go ahead, brother.
No, that defense is definitely tough, man. They actually play higher than what they are on paper. Even though they got a few names, the Honey Badger, Chris Jones, Snead. They got some names, but they're pretty good, man. I actually was slipped on them, but I'm starting to wake up a little bit on their defense. And but that offense is just whoa. I don't know, honestly. I don't know if I ever seen a quarterback receiving core that's better than these guys, man. The way they match each other together, like even Nicole Hardman, you spoke on Nicole Hardman, even him as the third weapon, like he's their third weapon. Like their running back is not even their third weapon. Their third weapon is Nicole. He's their running back, receiver, all that. Like give him a little toss,
let him
just
go,
sweep, whatever, punt return, kick return. Like the way Pat Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Nicole Hardman. If you want to throw, Sammy Walker in there, but man, the way they just operate, it's crazy. Travis Kelce always open. He's always open, man. And they couldn't do nothing with Travis Kelce. They couldn't do nothing with Tyreek Hill. Couldn't do nothing with Nicole Hardman. It was easy money, man.
Gobble. A gup. That's all they do when we talk Kansas City. Y'all know me. I'm gonna tell y'all what really happened, but to be honest,
Bills Mafia.
I'm the king of the Bills Mafia. # Josh Allen, but I'm not gonna say my God let me down. It's just that natural growing pain. I'm not disappointed. I'm not upset. It just had to happen. He just has to learn, and he had to get better. Josh Allen, first AFC Championship game, he completed 58% of his passes, or his passing completion was 58% in his first AFC Championship games. Do y'all want to know what Patrick Mahomes' completion percentages was in his first AFC Championship game? 51%.
Tell me.
Go ahead.
51%.
Do you know how many points he scored?
just want
31.
to get out my take, my guy.
Scored 31. Go ahead.
Peyton
31
Manning
points.
was drafted in 1998. Do you know when Peyton Manning won his first AFC championship game, fellas? You don't. 2006. That's a lot of years in between. Like I said, this is just a natural.
Your boy was in the
This is
way.
just a natural growing pain for guys. He's just going to keep developing. Year 1, 10 touchdowns. Guess what he did year 2? Doubled it up. 20 touchdowns in year 3. Guess what
20?
he did again in year 3? 37. Now, next year, he's not going to have 80. But this guy's on the path to continually and getting better. His quarterback rating has improved 40 points from year 1 to year 3. I mean, at the end of the day, he had 375 total yards, but like y'all said, that game was never
garbage.
No, I completely agree. That game was never.
No. You really defending this?
I'm gonna get into the take. I was just giving my take on Josh Allen, and like I said, it's just it's a natural growing pain, man. But
just because he's young don't mean you're gonna be good. But
that's all he's been doing is he's been keep getting better.
Mike Vick made the championship game his second year.
I mean, I'm talking about as a growth.
Never went back.
As a player. So did Dan Marino, but he still won a lot of games and he still was productive and he's still a Hall of Famer. But I'm just saying, bro, he going to keep getting better. Him as a player, he's going to continue to get better. And as he's going to continue on this course to get better. But like y'all said, that game was never in question. Even me watching the game when the Chiefs was up, down 9-0, it was just a matter of time before they went on one of those runs, and they did it. And I want to say that run was 38-6. You playing against these guys, you cannot kick field goals. You cannot punt the ball. You gotta keep your foot on their neck, even if you up 24. Shout out Houston Texans. But like I said, man, that game was never in question. And like I said, it ain't nothing much for us to talk about else, but for F. Pat Mahomes. And from there, we're going to get into the good game. Tampa Bay and Green Bay Packers. Oh, my God. I can't wait to get into this one, but I'm gonna let Noah start this one off, man. What was your breakdown on this game?
All right. Like I said, Aaron Rodgers is the front runner. Always was. Always will be. Also,
Derrick Henry.
Also, what's up with Derrick Henry?
Okay.
I think he's good on MVP.
Hell no.
Anyway, okay. So, and also, I was saying that again, Tom Brady got carried by his defense. He threw that game away. He literally threw that game away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But his defense carried him again as usual. Mm-hmm. With those weapons, still turn the ball up. The one that was Mike. I blame Mike. I mean, he's 6'5". He could have probably put his hands on it.
That's where I'm from.
But it's the Bucks got a long way if they think they're gonna win Super Bowl. That's all I got.
Okay, Jamal. Now I know where you're going with this. So I just want to ask you, do you want to get him first or do you want me to get it?
You can go ahead. I want to hear what you got to say.
Okay. I've been waiting on this take, bub. I've been waiting on this take, Aaron. I'm on your ass, boy. I got two faithful listeners that I've talked to throughout the weekend. We talk sports. Michael Starnes, guy I used to coach with, and he was like, "Man, I hope you're gonna let Aaron have it." I said, "Brother, you ain't got to worry about it. I'm finna tear his ass up." Shout out Chris Hall. I know that's your boy. And Chris was like, "Man, don't tear him up too bad." But Chris, hey, I got to go with what you show me, man. And that's all I can judge. Aaron Rodgers. What you call him, Novi? You called him a front runner. And I got to double down with that. Front running Aaron Rodgers. 1-8 in playoff games that he's trailing in halftime. If he's down at halftime, it's an L. Oh, my God.
Uh-oh.
Tell me this guy didn't go out there and lose 4 straight NFC championship games in a row. Yes, he did. You mean to tell me the greatest thrower of the football ain't won an NFC championship game since 2010? Oh, my God, Aaron, please get out of my face. And when you did that, the quarterback you beat was Caleb Haney. I'll give anybody $100 right now if they tell me what college that guy went to. Nah, man, this guy's a front runner, man. And ever since that game, he's beaten some blowjos. He got Joe Webb in there. He's got Kirk Cousins in there. He got Odell in the boat trip. He's got Dez Carter, and then the Seattle team that we just watched get embarrassed by the Rams with a quarterback with a broke thumb, and then that same Seattle team that lost to Dallas, they gave Dak Prescott his only playoff win. So we know that team's a joke. But this guy folds, man. It was only 2 quarterbacks in the NFL that had a top receiver and a running back, a top 5 wide receiver and a running back according to production and yards. Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins smoked that away too. Aaron sat up there and told us this is what he wanted. Hey, Jordy, we got to get one of these things at the house. I feel as healthy as I've ever felt. I feel as healthy as I ever felt. That's what you wanted to do that. It ain't a question time I played this dude, man. Like I told y'all, and I told y'all this 2 episodes ago, there's going to be a time in a football game where the quarterback is going to win and lose that game. Tom Brady threw an interception. Aaron Rodgers got that ball back, -5 yards on that drive, 3 and out. Okay, you think Tom Brady finna step on your throat? No, Tom gave you another chance. Guess what he did? 0 yards, 3 and out, punt again. There's going to be a situation in the football game that quarterback either wins or loses that game. And if Aaron Rodgers gets some points on those drives, we not even having a discussion what he should do in that red zone on that fourth down, because it's not even a possibility, because he scored on what he was supposed. He did what he was supposed to do early in that drive. Not to mention that both of the starting safeties of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were out with injuries. Out with injuries, man. This guy is a front runner. He does not overcome anything. Tom Brady's record is 3-1 in games that he throws 3 picks. He overcomes stuff. That's GOAT stuff, man. That's what you do when you're the GOAT. Okay, big man.
Refs.
Go ahead with your
Refs.
So what's? Oh wait.
Go ahead, big. Go ahead,
no. So what? So what's? Wait a minute.
Go ahead, Jamal.
You said that you giving Tom the praise. Like,
no.
What's worse, an interception or a 3 and out? I think interception is way worse.
What's the difference?
It's the same thing, but I
mean, when Tom threw that second pick, where did they start that drive? On the 20-yard line. When he threw the the third pick, where did they start that drive? On the 28-yard line. So I mean, what's the difference between a punt and a pick at that point? And I'm what kind of freaking momentum is this? Did they really have if they got negative? If they got 0 yards combined in 2 drives?
But the thing is, it's not planned. By 3rd down, we probably punting it. The pick's probably coming on 1st down.
Yeah, no,
they did come on 1st down.
That last pick was definitely 3rd down, because Leonard Fournette, the guy that was healthy scratch in the middle of the season, the one that Big Man says a key addition to helping Tom Brady win, scored. He was also a healthy scratch in games this season. Shows you how good he is. He missed the block. Tom couldn't get the time to hit his check down. He did.
He definitely did.
Am I making that up, or am I telling the truth? I'm telling the damn truth. All right, then. Hey,
that's a fact.
I got a 6'5" guy. I'm going to just throw it as far as I can. Hopefully I get a PI. Maybe I get a completion. Worst case scenario, which is what happened. It was a pick. So, I mean, what's the difference?
6 yards. But I'll say this much: you got the Aaron Rodgers stuff pretty much covered. I'll say he was pretty bad when it mattered, man. And he talked all year about how he wanted this home game and so bad. And it's like, bro, you get it and you waste it against this team. And it's like, he didn't play bad, but he didn't play good when he needed to. In the specific spots of all them turnovers, like, bro, you get 6 points off 3 turnovers. And they got off all the Green Bay turnovers, it was 3. They got 21 points. That's a game right there,
that's
bro.
Tom Brady.
You just wait. Tom Brady was a part of the problem too, but you just wasted all of that. And it's like at the end of the game, when he want to complain, and I felt like what he did at the end of the game in the press conference was straight bullshit.
Of course. That's what Aaron
All
Rodgers
he
do.
tried,
He
all he
deflects.
tried
He
to
never take
do,
no blame.
yeah,
Diva.
bro. All he tried to do was put it on. He tried to put it on everybody
Diva.
else. He put it on the coach and put it on the front office.
Here we go.
No, it was,
Here we
no,
go.
but
It was coaching too, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
because he
It
could
was
have did.
bad.
Oh, it was a
quarterback
bad
play.
coaching.
Yeah, he should have did his part, bro. Put in your half.
No. Oh. Wait. On that. Not to cut you off, Jamal. On that first.
Okay, you know who called?
no,
you know who?
I
You know
agree.
who
They
called?
should've.
No,
They
hold
should've.
on.
On that
To
6 yard line.
rebuttal that,
That's
do you
not.
know who called the plays on second and third down?
What?
Aaron Rodgers.
But what about first, second, and third though? What about first and
You know who-
second?
you know who
You know who
put
called
the
the
ball?
plays on
We're not
second
gonna
and
run the
third
ball
down?
at the. And look. But wait.
running
On
good.
that drive,
Aaron
Yeah,
Jones.
they were-
Jones
No,
was
he
the.
wasn't.
I'm
Aaron
just
Jones
really
No, they
wasn't
were.
in that.
on that.
They
Aaron
were
Jones
running.
wasn't
They
in the
ran all the
game.
way.
He
Yes,
was
they
hurt.
were.
No.
Yes,
Aaron
they
Jones
were.
No,
was
it
in the
wasn't
game?
Aaron.
Yes,
It
they
wasn't
were.
Aaron. But no,
I'm
whoever
talking-
was the running back was running the ball good at that point.
No, Aaron. No. Aaron broke for like 20 on that drive.
I think that was
I remember
Jamal.
for the
It would
first
have to
down,
be
he
Jamal
broke for
Williams
like
or
20.
AJ
But
Dillon.
anyway,
I don't
they was
remember
having a
Dillon,
good
who
yeah.
it
drive.
was, but it wasn't Aaron because he fumbled twice. He fumbled for the second time and then he faked hurt for the rest of the game.
No, but after that fumble, they went back to him twice. I'm telling you, because I was like, oh, okay, they gonna go back to him. They gonna try the little Nicole Hardman thing. Just keep going to him, and they was
They
going
stopped.
to him. But then when they
Yeah.
got into the red zone, they just
Well,
started
hey,
like
your
they
best
just
player
started
called the
passing the ball,
plays
like,
for
and
second
then
and
not
third
even
down.
going
And
at.
on third down, he could have ran his damn self. So
Oh,
whatever.
He
He should have ran.
Now we
But
got another
he could
segment
have.
for that, guys. Let's
you're
just
right.
break
You're
the
right.
game
My
down.
bad. But Tom Brady was a liability this
Okay.
game. Complete liability. He played great in the first half. The second half, as good as he was in the first half, he was that bad in the second.
Mm.
This man literally tried to get a game away. And if he was facing any other good quarterback that I thought Aaron Rodgers would be, they would have won that game. But Aaron Rodgers is a complete front runner. Everybody likes to say that in these games in the playoffs, the defense gives up a lot of points. True. But what do you do? Like what Shannon Sharp said. Okay, the defense gave up points, but what did you do when you got the ball? Last year against San Francisco in this same game, he turned the ball over 3 times.
And
He had
had
2 fumbles and a pick.
and he fumbled 2 more times. He just got those back. But
It's like
but
exactly.
but let me chill on guy. You go ahead.
Yeah, but it's like if all you ever do is wait to get bailed out and make excuses every time you lose, like, bro, I don't want to hear it no more. You have this. Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers got the same amount of NFC Championship game wins.
And how many years has Tom been over there, Jamal?
1.
God damn, that don't look good.
And don't get me wrong. Tom Brady didn't try to give it away. But you know what, Aaron Rodgers, you didn't take advantage. So this is your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
He didn't
he
want it.
blew it.
Big man, go ahead and
At
get
home,
your
he
check.
didn't want it.
again.
I'm gonna say, you know what? I was going to brew and I was gonna give y'all all my Tom stuff, but I'm gonna say that for next week, man. Go ahead, big man. Give your take on the game.
It's gonna look bad next weweek. Yeah, you better get it out
It's gonna
now.
be a lot more for
Next
Tom
week
next
hurt.
week.
Okay.
Because Tom not even gonna be the favorite at home in his own
Okay,
Super Bowl.
and
But
what the
listen, A-Rod, man. I actually think A-Rod played a better game than Tom Brady. I think it was more on coaching, man. I'm not trying to like just say let A-Rod off the hook because he's supposed to come up with points. He was selling for 3 a lot. But I think it was just out like a lot of times during the game, I was like, what, like for what? Like I just kept questioning these calls, the stuff they was doing, like not really going to Devontae Adams like that. Like I was just like, man, like what's going on with that? Like, you know what I mean? He was just going at the other kid. He had like 4 receptions for 100+ yards, but I'm like,
It was back. It was not a bad. It was
that a
back
bad
shoulder.
pass?
He used
I'm
to
not
catch.
really-
He
now.
dropped that. Devontae Adams led the team in targets with 15.
Okay.
And he had 7 targets in the red zone.
Oh, okay. Well,
It might.
and he just couldn't come.
Hey,
Okay, you
I'm
like that
chill-
Carson?
Hey,
You think it's Carson?
I'm chilling on Carson.
Because I seen
right
Carson
now.
get
Don't
beat
make
a
me
lot
turn
out
up
there.
and
I
act
seen-
like that today.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I know because because you
Nah, you
because
can.
I can pull up some highlights
That's the name of the
have
game.
Carter
Getting
like
left.
That's the name of the
getting
game,
left.
baby. If we one thing we do know about my guy Corn Davis, he gonna hold you number one, and he gonna follow all game. You go to the slide, I'm
They
there.
ran cover 2 man. They ran cover 2 man majority of the game though.
Stop
But
it.
And
He got
saw
beat.
you saw
He got beat on a touchdown
exactly.
by
on a slant. They couldn't
Exactly.
hit
no,
him.
slant in the
no,
red
no. I'm
zone.
talking about by MVS for 60 yards. Y'all forgot about that?
Uh,
Yeah, he gave him 2 touchdowns.
No, he
the
got
MV,
he
the
gave up 2
touchdown to MVS.
touchdowns. He
That
gave
was
up 2
that
So
was
he
touchdowns.
got cooked
dolo.
like Christmas ham.
No, he got beat. He also made plays.
he had a good game. He had a
He
good
had a
game,
good
but I will
game.
say
He got beat. At the end of the day,
He
he
got
gave
beat.
up a
He
catch
got-
for 60 yards.
he
They,
had a
and a
good
they
game.
touchdown.
scored 3 touchdowns. He gave up 2 of them, and that's a good game.
No, he made plays. He played good, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, that's one play. He had a
Man.
bad play. I mean,
That ain't worse
Two
than King. King had a real bad game.
No,
on God.
King had a
On God.
King.
Yeah. Hey, Noble
King
took the
need to
words out my
retire.
mouth.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, now
He had a game for the ages.
he got
And-
cooked.
That's my boy
He
too.
got cooked.
That's
That was
cold.
embarrassing what he did.
Yeah,
He
that's
went
cold.
out there, and then the worst part about the game was the way it ended because they hadn't been calling that the whole game.
Mhm.
Aaron Rodgers' pick came off of holding where the dude grabbed his MVS shoulder or Lazard, one of them,
Okay.
and pulled it back
It was
and then
Lazard,
jumped and caught the pick. He jumped in front of him, caught the pick after pulling his shoulder. I thought they were letting them all
They
game.
were-
Tony
they
Romo
was-
was saying they let them play.
They were letting them play.
And then
But
at
I'm
the
gonna
end of
ask
the
you
game,
this.
They
you
was
called
letting
But
it?
I'm
them
gonna
play.
ask you this:
They was letting them play.
Did he or did he not interfere with the receiver? Simple question.
Not based on that game standards.
Yes
Not based on that game
or
standards.
no
when
question.
the referee got to set the tone.
Yes
The referee set the tone
or
if they was
no?
letting it go. Then no.
Did he interfere with that guy?
No.
No.
Based on the standards of that game, he did
broke
not.
stride
No.
when he was running
based
that
on the
route.
based on the standards of the
We missed
game,
the grab of the
Holy
jersey
sh-
twice. He got the left
Yeah,
side
they-
of the jersey
they
and
let
the
him-
right side of the jersey.
they had been letting that go
Right.
all
That's
game.
I 100%.
If you would've-
I agree. I agree.
Ken
What
Shay.
If you'd have called it
asked you
earlier,
Ken Dog.
if you'd have
was
called it earlier, they would have
did
known
he
what
or
they
did he
could
not
do.
interfere with that receiver? Yes or no? Did Kevin King interfere with Johnson, the receiver? Yes or no?
Based on the standards of that game, he
Holy
did not.
Still ain't answer the question. Go ahead, Big.
I did.
What you got to say, big man?
But do you think the refs kind of
I
favored
don't.
towards
I don't
Tom
see
Brady
anything
team
that
in
made
that
me.
game?
No, I just think the goat just went out there and go.
You don't think so?
Go.
So you telling me?
Oh my god!
So you?
He's just lucky the referee didn't high five him
Wow.
after one of them touchdowns.
Wow. But see, I'm used
Here
to
we
this
go.
though because this happened to
did.
Jacksonville when he was in the AFC.
Here we go.
With I'm just used to this
Go,
with Tom Brady.
go.
Like I know what it is with the refs. But one thing, yeah. You see that baby go.
Mad on here. Y'all just love to make me mad on here.
Nobody said it wasn't a foul, bro. People just want
No,
consistency.
that all right. I agree. I agree. No, but all of that is I 100%
Exactly.
agree.
Just
with y'all
fairness.
takes.
Just be fair, bro. And they tend and can you agree or disagree
I'm not
that
agreeing
the
to that
refs
shit at
tend
all.
to be a little
I
unfair
will
when it
not.
comes to Tom Brady?
I will not agree to that. You're not. That's what you're not finna do. Was that interference? Yes. Have they been calling that all game? No.
I think that was the first one all game that they called, bro.
No. Do they tend to do it for Tom Brady?
They better
every
do it
year
come
in
February
playoffs?
7th. God dog.
Yes.
They better do it come down. But from there, we
Nah,
gonna
dude.
get into
He gonna need
what should the
he gonna
Packers
need about
have
40
done
40
on that
points.
fourth down. We'll start with you, Novian. What's your take on that? What you think the Green Bay Packers should have done? Should they have cooked the field goal or should they have went for it?
They should win for it, of course.
Right.
I think we all gonna agree to that. I mean, it's fourth quarter, and this is the championship game, the conference championship game. Everything is on line. You got to go for it. If it could have been the third quarter, I think you should have went for it.
Right.
That's what they do. They make some crazy red zone thing. They
The
like in the red
analytics,
zone all season. They've been running. When they get to the red zone, the Packers they'll go out 5 wide and run a pass. They'll be in goal line 5 wide, run a pass. I don't see why they do it, but that's the dumb coaching ways. But yeah, I think it was a bad idea.
Okay,
Oh
big
my
man,
God.
we'll get into you. What you think the Packers should have done on that 4th and goal?
Well, I will be like absolutely honest because that's what we do on this show. I actually, before they even kicked the field goal, the people I was watching the game with, I actually said they should kick it, right? Because, So I thought they should have kicked it. I might have been wrong, right? I could be wrong. But I'm gonna tell you this: the way the game was, I'm gonna double back on what Jamal saying. The way the game was being played, I think they felt like they
Mm-hmm.
could have got a stop
Exactly.
because
Mm-hmm.
of the way they was letting the game go with these defensive calls. So I think they thought that they would get another chance because
Mm-hmm.
their defense. I mean, Tom Brady was playing bad in the second half, and they just didn't think that they was going. They 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 they
Yeah.
didn't think that they would get a pass interference call, a holding call, the way the game was going. So I would have kicked it as well. I thought they should have kicked it, and I would have kicked the three as well and gave A-Rod another chance. But
Tom.
when you're dealing with
Tom. I like
And the
Tom
to hear
Brady,
that.
refs. And the
I hear
refs.
that. Tom. I love to hear that.
Born and raised in Tampa, them
Tom
refs.
Brady and the refs, I don't even think Tom Brady. I don't even think Tom
Oh.
Brady completed more than like two
Oh, okay.
passes on that next drive. I think he
He
just
got two.
like
He
got
got
the
two first
flag.
downs. One off
Like
flag. One off.
that's just that.
He got two.
Chris Godwin.
No, he
Chris
got
Godwin,
no.
that's
So he
toss.
got three first downs. Then
Okay,
one
so he
with the
did.
flag,
One to
one
Gronk.
for Godwin, and one
So
to Gronk, right?
Yeah,
So it's
that's
three. Yeah.
Quentin Gronk.
Okay. Oh.
No, it's
yeah,
second
the
one.
flag
No,
was
because
the last
yeah.
one, or
So
whatever. But I mean,
I'll get into it. I
yeah, second
actually
last.
thought they should have went for it, but I used to coach, but not saying that I know more than everybody. But I just try to put myself in the situation to try to see where he's coming from. I remember earlier in the season, me and Big Man, we was watching. I don't know if you remember, but we was watching Minnesota and Seattle, and I want to say they was down 6, or
Oh
they was
yeah,
down
I
8.
do.
They was Seattle was down some a certain amount of points, and they could have kicked the field goal or go for it on fourth. And their mindset was we're going to go for it on fourth and 1, and not give Russell Wilson the ball back. They didn't get it on 4th and 1. Russell Wilson went down there and scored a touchdown. And I always said, and I was like, it's hindsight 2020. Yeah, you maybe should have kicked that field goal, go up 8, but at the end of the day, Russell Wilson still gets the ball back. But so it's just those situations. I just try to put myself and I try to understand. So I put myself in Matt LaFleur's shoes, and I let my quarterback call the plays on 2nd and 3rd down.
Hey, and real quick,
It was
not to
fourth and
cut you off,
and
but
8.
to just
4th and
double
8.
back real quick.
It's 8.
On fourth, was it 4th and 6 or like 4th and 8? 4th and 8. Yeah, on 4th and 8, I said I would have kicked that field goal, but on 4th and 8, I'm feeling like I have the best receiver in the league.
I am
I feel like I have one of the
so
best quarterbacks in the
happy
league. You
you
gotta go
jumped
Devontae
in,
Adams on
and
4th and 8. I don't
I'm
care if
so
it's
happy
jump
you
ball,
jumped in because
slant,
you made the perfect
stop,
segue
digs.
to my next point. Do you want to know what Tom Brady? I'm sorry, I'm talking about goats, and I said Tom Brady. Do you want to know what Aaron Rodgers was in that red zone that game? 2-9. Do you want to know what Aaron Rodgers was targeting Devontae Adams in that red zone in that whole game? 1 of 7. So here we got it. We're in a situation where my quarterback is 0-3 on completions. With the game on the line, he called the plays on 2nd and 3rd down.
With the game
On
on
the
line.
red zone all game, he was 2 of 9 passing. Also targeting the best receiver in the league, he was 1 of 7. Now, I will mind you that Devontae did drop a touchdown. Also, he targeted Devontae when he had, I want to say, St. Brown coming across the middle. That was in the second quarter, and he just missed him. He was wide open running across the middle. That happened in the red zone as well. Also,
In the fourth quarter, same thing.
Jamal mentioned this earlier. On that 3rd down play, he could have scrambled. Now, I don't think he's beating Devin White to the pylon, so I don't think he might have would have scored, but he would have got to the 2-yard line. Now we're having a different conversation.
Then they might go for it.
Excuse me. Then they might go for it. Then they might, something else. So I put that blame on him. So if I'm Matt LaFleur's, I cannot blame him for not.
Facts.
I mean, I can't blame him for not going forward and taking that field goal. If I'm in that situation, I go for it, though. But go ahead, Jamal, with your take.
I 1,000% agree with Matt LaFleur's decision. He was talking like that either you didn't watch the game or you just don't get the flow of the game. This is what happened. Okay, you kick that field goal, you go down 3. On the past 3 drives, you picked off Tom Brady. Why do you think you think your defense hot? We got it. We can stop time. Been doing it the past 3 drives. You picked him off, so you got confidence. It's like, okay, bro. Like if he,
but
but
that second down
on third down,
the second.
Go ahead, no.
I was on the second down. They ran the RPO,
and he pulled it out.
What you call wasn't? No. The boy was wide open. He didn't know. He
didn't. But he didn't know. You got to know your teammates, buddy. Hand the ball off. He should have handed it off. It's like Aaron Rodgers is always looking for somebody else to blame. I don't like it. On third down, what Kenshay said, you take off on third down, even if you don't score. Even if you don't score, you get 4-5 yards, and maybe then the coach going for it.
Exactly. That's a business decision, though.
Business decision.
It's the playoffs.
You don't get smashed. You don't get
the playoffs.
He could have ran out. He did it like the week before against the Rams. He scrambled.
Man, somebody running a 4-4 running right at you, man.
Man,
big,
you can
that
slide,
big dude
bro.
run for
you can slide.
Man,
it's the playoffs, bro. Come on,
it's the playoffs. They gonna do whatever. They might still hit you. It's the playoffs.
Then if they late hit you, then you just first down. Then you for sure gonna score.
Yeah, then you automatically get a first. You gonna score. Automatically. If you say he's scared,
he should have took off. He should have took off.
If you're scared to be out there, then go home.
And then
exactly.
You crazy. You crazy.
They need to move on from here.
I wouldn't move on.
Because if they go, if he go.
And
Jordan Love.
They drafted.
If he was good,
they said he ain't ready for next year. So.
He ain't ready to be the backup, bro. He getting dressed.
Yeah. You see, the coach was like, no, we need Aaron back. We need Aaron back.
God. And
he saw what they got.
Yeah.
For sure.
He was begging to keep him.
They gonna
go nowhere. Either he playing for Green Bay or he retired.
Yeah,
they're not trading him.
And I listen. Like I said, I'm a Fox Sports guy. I listen to a lot of sports radio throughout the week. And let's remove the narrative that Matt LaFleur can't coach, man. 2 years as a head coach, 26-6, man. The guy know what he's doing. Just trust him. Just trust him. And from there,
need a better quarterback.
Go on. We gonna go on to the Texans, man. The Texans got a head coach, and he black. David Culley, what it do, man? We're gonna start this one off with Nove. What you think of that Houston Texans hire, man?
They end up getting Creole Culley.
I was just gonna call him that. That's the name I had in my head. Creole Culley.
No, I know this is not. I think this wasn't their first or their second choice.
Right. This wasn't their fifth choice.
I commend them behind a black quarterback, but I feel like this is a setup job. This team ain't gonna do nothing, especially without Deshaun. This team won't do nothing.
Yes,
like that, the offense will be bad. The defense will be bad too.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like they setting him up for failure. Then he probably never get a job. He already old anyway.
Yeah.
Job after that anyway.
Yeah.
So, but he has never been an OC. He's never been he obviously never been an OC.
Right.
He never been any kind of coordinator, and he's a receiver coach on a run first offense. I just don't see why it would go with him, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'll jump into my take, and I kinda agree, kind of disagree with Novian there. And I mean, I think he's overqualified for the position, in my opinion, man. He's got 18 years of experience with Andy Reid. I mean, guys don't sit under Andy's coattail for that long before they're getting head coach's job. I mean, here it is. Mike Kafka's been with Andy Reid for 2 years, and the Philadelphia Eagles was interviewing him for head coach.
White.
Okay, speak on it. The guy that the Eagles just hired, Nick Sirianni, has he ever been an offensive coordinator? No. So, and I mean, he was an OC at UTEP, but I know that don't count. I know what you meant. But he's worked with Josh Allen and Sean McDermott in Buffalo. He's also
not when they're good.
No, he worked with him. I'm gonna throw his name on that. He gets some of that. He gets some of that credit. He was a passing game coordinator, and he worked with John Harbaugh. I mean that we got John Harbaugh, we got Sean McDermott, we got Andy Reid. Those are some good coaches, and he's got a little bit of here and here, a little bit of there from all of these guys, and I think him getting his chance, it was long overdue. Like I can 100% agree with you when y'all said this wasn't his first. This wasn't the Texans' first, second, or third. I think this was a cry for Deshaun Watson. Hey, look, we got somebody black, and we get the minority hire, so we get the third round pick. So, but I don't think, and he was also a 2-time assistant coach. So I mean, that counts for something. Eric Bieniemy didn't want this job, and you can't change my mind on that. They don't have. There's no. He probably. This is. You can't change my mind on this. Eric Bieniemy reached out to Deshaun Watson. Conspiracy, 100% by me. And he told him, he's like, "Hey, I don't care who they get, EB. You can come if you want to, but I ain't gonna be your quarterback." They ain't got no quarterback. They got no draft capital. They got no cap. So I don't think Eric Bieniemy want that job. And you're gonna hear it first. And I'm gonna say this: I think next year, if the Arizona Cardinals don't make the playoffs, they are going to fire Cliff Kingsbury because they got way too much talent and that quarterback is way too good. They're going to fire him, and Eric Bieniemy is going to be the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Book it. You heard it here first. But
they gonna hire White.
But to me, I think that it's best for the Houston Texans to trade Deshaun Watson to the Jets. You get out of cap hell. You get the number 2 overall pick from them. You maybe get Sam Darnold. You can
no thanks.
You can let me finish. Y'all going
No, they get their quarterback. They get their quarterback in the draft.
You're gonna draft Zach Wilson or Justin Fields, whoever you wanted to. You get Sam Darnold. You can groom him up. Hey, you never know if he's good. You can flip him for a pick. You can trade Deshaun. You can trade JJ Watt. That'll help you get out of cap hell. You can get rid of Whitney Merciless. You can get rid of Randall Cobb. That'll also help you get out of cap hell. You can trade Sam Darnold. You can trade JJ Watt and get you some picks for these guys. And I think that is the best move for these Texans. I think they're a worse team with Deshaun Watson at the helm, at the quarterback position, in my opinion. But from there, we'll go ahead and go to you, Houston Texan fan.
This is Nova's 1,000% right. This is a dummy mission. It sets my man up to fail. There's no possible, it's only one or two things that can happen, bro. Yeah, you got there. He literally got hired because he black and nobody else wanted the job. It's crazy how when you looked at all the candidates for this job, it was all black dudes and one white dude that nobody want to hire. Only way you can give a brother a job is when nobody else wanted. Yeah. Now we can go start looking at black people. Oh shit! None of these white folk want a job. Let's give it to him. Yeah, bro, this man was the passing game coordinator for the worst passing offense in the NFL. He because of that. When Josh Allen had his worst year, this man was in the building. I'm not lying. This man was over there. So okay, I
should let you go first.
He literally. Because he was black, and they thought that was going to keep Deshaun there. It's patronizing. If anything, it made me want to leave more.
Exactly.
Because you didn't want to give Eric Bieniemy a job, an interview until I said I was leaving.
They didn't want to give him an interview until I said I was pissed off.
Yeah, I'm out now. So this is what we need to trade Deshaun, get some picks, and if we don't get more, it's going to be a problem. Because Deshaun don't need to he don't need to put up with this no more.
Yeah, he gone.
They traded away his left tackle, his best receiver. They give away all his good picks. You wouldn't even have to need to make the Larry Tunsil trade, giving away all those picks, if you wasn't so racist and you would have kept Dwayne Brown after you called everybody on the team inmates.
Yep, because Dwayne Brown is still playing.
And he's still doing just fine for Russell Wilson. His blindside protected. Larry Tunsil, he's a great player, don't get me wrong, but I'm sure if I lined up a D and across from him, he'd false start. Because that's what he do. He can't wait to get off the blocks and kick step. He cannot wait. So it's the Texans are just still doing Texans type stuff. Easterby still there. As long as Easterby there, this will all be bad, bro. Even Nick Caserio didn't even know what he's getting into when he took the job. Because his boy, Nick Caserio, brought him in. They said any of the GM probably would have suggested to fire Easterby. So he said, you know what? Let me get my homeboy in here so he can keep me here and we could ruin this franchise together.
You know, all three of them got the same agent.
Isn't it crazy?
That's wild as hell.
All three of these dudes got the same agent. They setting us all up for the okie doke, bro. It's just it's embarrassing and it's bad. And I wish the best for Deshaun, but the Texans out, you got to trade them. Get these picks, man. You got to make this happen because Culley ain't gonna do it for us. I see nothing in his resume that's gonna tell me what he like. Our defense is terrible.
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 But okay. Think of it like this: Who got the best? Who got some of the best? Who got a better roster than Buffalo Bills right now? Who got a better roster than Kansas City right now? Who got a better roster than Baltimore Ravens right now? The cap is going down because of COVID because the teams aren't bringing in enough revenue from
Because
for selling the stands out. So the salary cap is finna go down. So Buffalo not finna have that loaded team no more. Kansas City not finna have these loaded teams no more. And Baltimore not finna have these loaded teams no more. So why not go to somebody that'll have cap because they won't be in Cap Hill no more? Why not go to, they might take a visit to Culley, see what he talking about down there in Houston, especially
Why would you when the coach never been a problem? The coach ain't the problem, it's the franchise.
Right, but Culley gonna change that, man. He gonna bring that
Why
black
would Culley
down
change? Do Culley own
in
the
New
team?
York, I'm Millie Rock. But he gonna
Culley name ain't on the checks.
It ain't, but he gonna change the culture, baby. That's how you do it.
Well,
exactly. Me too.
Yeah.
I want to see what they get for Deshaun first, and then see what kind of position he's in. I definitely don't think Deshaun is going to the Jets now. Now that I know that Deshaun,
I don't know.
The Jets
He wants
to win.
Traded.
The Jets
I
is
kind
number
of
one
think
team.
he wants to win. I think he
because
wants
he
to go
loves
somewhere
Salah.
and win.
Another
he loves
ethnic
Salah,
dude
yeah.
that we should have signed.
And Deshaun Watson don't want to be on no dummy mission. He don't want to go to nowhere like with somebody. Go ahead.
But do you think that? Do you think
No.
Do you think if
But
Deshaun
that's what he-
Watson
As
goes to
far
the
as-
Jets, do you
as
think
far
he
as
still
what you
can
mean
compete with the
compete? Like,
Patrick
as far
Mahomes,
as
the Lamar
stats, or as
Jackson,
far as
the
like win?
Josh Allen?
Not right.
No,
not right off the bat. Hell no.
But he loved the coach. He want to go there.
Winning.
He want to go there and build with a coach. He don't want to be sit on a dummy mission where the coach
I
can
think-
potentially get fired and then he got to start over again. It's not because they just got that coach and they gave sorry ass Adam
I think
Gase
going
3
to the
years. If
Jets
they
is
give
another
Saleh 3
dummy
years,
mission,
then
though.
with Deshaun Watson 3 years, they gonna win. They gonna win for sure.
But I'm looking at
You
the
know who else
weapons.
was
I'm
free
looking
agent?
at
His number one
what he's
receiver
going to
for the
be in the
Texans this year
AFC,
is
and I'm
also a
looking at
free
the
agent.
playoff teams
William
that's going to
Fisk.
be there.
So
Like,
hey, brother,
Robinson.
and AR and Kenny Galladay. I mean,
That's what they said. No, they said Allen Robinson was going well, but
Yeah,
Deshaun
yeah,
get traded too.
Yeah,
I think Allen
and
Robinson going to Baltimore.
but hey, I'll tell you this: if Deshaun Watson get his tail in Carolina, man, Rule,
That'll be something.
Joe Brady, but them receivers and CMC, man,
And they love him in Carolina.
Oh my God, that would be. I don't want that to happen.
I don't want that to happen. That's the I saw something today that Carolina was going to make.
I ain't even think about that.
So if Carolina if Carolina get their hands on that boy,
They got their picks ready.
We are on God. We are in trouble as
Texans ain't trade nothing. He just ain't gonna play.
Yeah.
If the Texans do that, then we deserve whatever we get, bro. You can't keep this man.
Yeah.
Nah, they gonna
They
trade him.
gonna have to.
They said they want to keep him.
Nah, they gonna trade him. They gonna trade him.
But see, that's the thing. Nobody going for it no more.
I think
this ain't a situation.
I think they're gonna get something good for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but this is not the situation where
because
you
he
can
got
ruin
the no trade clause.
Nobody gonna want to hear from us.
Exactly. Don't nobody give
it.
Everybody
this
usually
thing has ruined it.
Exactly. Everybody usually
just watch out for it. Here it comes.
Everybody usually back the franchise. Well, this guy like they did with Le'Veon Bell, like they did with Antonio Brown, like they did with
Devontae.
Exactly.
Devontae.
Exactly.
Deontay, that's because what's name hated him. Bill
O'Brien hated him. He said it was late.
So they,
but like I said, they back these franchises. But in this situation, I ain't seen nobody that got the Texans back. So
not this Easterby thing is too bad, bro. He a clergyman running the franchise, bro. This man a preacher.
Yeah,
he looked like a shyster, bro. Bald headed, big ears. I can't trust him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So. That'll do it for today's episode.
No, it ain't. Y'all go on Twitter and shout us out. Make sure you use the 3 thumbs down emojis and whoever gets the most retweets, make sure you got to use it. You use the emojis this time in the tweet. I'm not going for the people to do attach it, but this time has to be in the tweet, shouting us out with the emojis. Whoever wins it, who gets the most retweets wins it after 24 hours of the show being published, and you win $50.
Bam.
Yes, sir.
Okay. One more thing. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hey, I know y'all saw the stock markets today. Hit me up if you want to know what to do. Go look at Dogcoin. I'm making money right now.
All right.
Real money. I made 2K. I was watching it the whole time I was watching the show. I'm up 2K.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Color money.
Get your money up, not your funny.
Yes, sir. I like that. That'll do it for today's episode of the 3 Thumbs Down podcast. Like we said, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter at 3_thumbs.
TikTok too.
Ticky. Thank you guys for the continued support. We out. See ya.
Peace.
Yep.